right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now live and direct. We are now live with Solana Brewing Company. And what's going on, gentlemen? Now live. So I was just saying we're now live and direct with Solana Brewing. You can find them at Solana Brewing. Without further ado, if you don't mind, let us know a little bit about yourself. When you really got started with crypto and what got you in the whole NFT scene.
Yeah. So my brother reached out to me a few months ago. I have always been kind of like an artsy kind of guy. I went to like arts camps and I went to film school post high school, but could never really find my like footing in and amongst like the art scene to like actually make a living at it. And a few months ago, my brother reached out and was kind of like bugging me to get into it, and it was always something I didn't really like understand, or like I was skeptical, maybe a little jaded. And when he finally like convinced me, was like he'd given me these four NFTs. One was a thug bird. One was antisocial ape,
Okay.
a piggy, and Gamoot. And
Nice.
I jumped into like the Thug DAO and like started following around with all the Thugbirds guys, and like just like the explosion of followers and like just the community itself was just so like welcoming, and I was just like, wow, like this is what I've been missing out on. And then the ideas started popping into my head about things I could do with uh like to make an NFT. Initially I was like, actually there's still the Twitter still up. I designed these like little bonsai trees, and we were working on those. And in the side I was like working on these little beer bottles just as like kind of like a little side project. And then NF trees came out, and then another tree thing came out, and my brother was like, I think you're done for in that
I think the
department.
trees are played out, bro.
And then he was, yeah. And then he was like, why don't you do something with beer? And I was like, yo, check out this, and like sent him a screenshot of it. And that was like the initial like draft of like the beers that I'd been working on the side. It was just kind of like fate. Because out of film school, I couldn't find work in film. So I like did a lot of bartending, did like some oil mine jobs and stuff like that, but I kept like settling back at bartending and breweries and stuff like that, and would make beer in my own time, and really wanted to do the Cicerone course, which is like sommelier for beer. And yeah, so when it kind of just clicked, I was just like, let's just go hard. And like I did all the art, I've done all the dev. um I have my roommate is an app developer, so he's doing all the like UI for my website. It's still going to be fairly like minimalistic, but like he's gonna make it functional at least, and we're gonna kind of go from there. And yeah, and my brother is helping me with all the marketing stuff, and I'm trying to get on as many spaces, and just really like put myself out there. And like even if the followers are small, like I've seen that like you kind of want like a slow mint, and you want like kind of a close knit group of
Yeah,
followers
man,
that are
you do.
actually
It seems
interested, you know.
that's the projects that really have legs these days. Is projects that like have like kind of stealth mints, or they don't do a lot of paid promotion. They just do kind of organic word of mouth kind of thing, and the hype slowly builds and builds and builds and builds, and that's kind of what the projects that you see now that are sticking around. That's the launches they
Yeah.
have. I saw one there. I just want to say, I saw one called Fud Light, and I think that's fucking
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, yeah. That was our
Super
recent
bad.
And if I
giveaway.
see that on the marketplace, I'm fucking sniping that. So if you
Yeah.
get that, anybody who's listening, if you get Fud Light, okay, if you list it, I'm coming for your fucking
I'm
NFTs.
coming for it.
So basically, how we did it with the attributes is we wanted like, so I think there's like 20
That's
something
the
brewery names. Uh, and then like I went through like my Cicerone handbook and was like going through like as many like beer types as possible. Like, so obviously the most common ones are like IPA, lager, pilsner, stuff like that. And so you'll probably find a decent amount of Fud Lights and stuff like that. And then like you'll get to like kind of the more like obscure beers and like the more like rare, like the rare ones like goose and stuff like that, which is like a Belgian sour. And then we have a bunch of flavors, and the flavors are based on like the image on the label. So like the Fud Light one you're seeing is like it's like an orange wit beer or something. And then the one that we gave away the other day, uh, shoot. Anyways, yeah. So you got all these like the flavors, and with the attributes, you'll be able to go like, so it'll be in line. It'll be brewery, type, and then flavor. So you'll say like, I have Fud Light. There's an orange, and then it's a wit beer. So I got the Fud Light orange wit beer. And we did like we tried to do some puns. There's some that I thought of after like doing my generation, which kind of sucked. But like, but we did like or Thugs Wiser and like
Thugweiser, that's hilarious.
yeah, yeah, and like Fud Light and stuff like that.
I love that.
And yeah, we're just trying to keep it creative, and then do some that weren't like puns, but I thought were good names, and yeah, just kind of neat.
Nice. What you kind of answered some of it. What got you wanting to do the, I guess, kind of the beer theme? Is it the chews are done, and I mean, who doesn't like a cold one? You know what I mean? Or what was the thought behind that?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a mix of things. It's like putting together like a couple of my passions, which is like art and beer. While the art isn't like the craziest thing, the plans for the future are much more like vivid and realistic. But like more so, I like again when I first moved here, I like really got into like craft brewery scenes. I didn't have much for friends, and the friends I did have loved craft beer, and I didn't really like beer. But we started going to these craft breweries, and there's something there for everybody, which is something I like. I'm always telling people that say they don't like beer, and it's like, well, you haven't tried the right beer, you know. But the community itself is just so vast, and so is the community in NFTs, and I just really want to like be able to kind of replicate that on the blockchain, build like in our Discord, it's like we call the general chat the tap room, and like we all just kind of talk about beer and like what beers we like and stuff like that. And like I just want to kind of create that atmosphere that you get from a brewery, like a bustling brewery. Like there's lots of people, like you're meeting people you've never met. You're just kind of communicating and getting to know each other off of like, hey, we both got the same beer. Like let's talk about that. We have something in common. I just think it's like untapped. Not to not to make too many puns, but yeah.
No, I like it because I mean that actually makes sense because I honestly I haven't really seen too many different like either beer / drink stuff like NFT projects, things like that. But at the same time, like you said, like if you're in like a brewery or something like that, and you know what I mean, you see someone with the same type of beer. It's something as simple as, oh, hey, you know what I mean? How'd you find about that? Or, you know, why do you like that? It does bring up the conversation. So I think that's kind of cool, actually, because I really never saw really anything of a brewing type in NFT. So I've always thought that was pretty interested in there. I guess what type of plans do you have on like the well, actually on this one, let me look at it one more time. On there, this has all been minted before. I see there's 4,040 hand-drawn unique pixel beers. Has it already been minted and minting soon, or when is all that happening, or has it?
Yeah, so right now we're kind of like voting on it in the Discord. It's looking like it might lean towards November 6th, so the Saturday. It hasn't minted. But I really want to like make sure that like everyone kind of gets a vote on that, because I want to make sure that like people are available, because I keep finding that like the NFTs that I'm interested in are minting on like while I'm midday at work, and there's no mobile app yet, and that's something that everyone's talking about. But you know,
That's
like
the worst.
it's honestly, it's just so upsetting. And so I just want to make sure that like at least the OG supporters in the Discord are getting their say on when it's going to mint, so that you know when it comes down to it, we're doing a few votes. So we're doing like mint date, what our special post mint catchphrase is going to be, and then we're planning on giving like a portion to charity. So they're voting on which charity we're going to do and stuff like that.
Nice, making it community driven. Do you have actually I just saw it, never mind. I said, do you have an idea on the mint price, but it shows 0.40 sold. Is that gonna be the final mint, or?
Yeah, so that was also my brother. He was like, we're thinking about beer, so it's like, like a 40. So
The
it's 40-40
40.
and a 40 for
Okay.
the mint.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got your little 40 ounce. I see it now.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I like it on there actually. Um, with the you said you're the artist and everything as well. Um, so I guess this is so your brother got you into crypto in general then, or were you kind of interested in it before like all NFT scene, or brother was the main one?
Yeah, I had done like crypto exchange prior, like Tron and stuff like that. But I never gotten into NFTs. Like I'd heard about them and I'd talked to people about them, but I never really like understood it. And I mean, I guess that's everybody's story until they're in it. I didn't understand it. I didn't really see how it was like a feasible thing. I didn't get how you could like sell like a JPEG and everyone would go crazy and it'd sell for 100 times what it minted at and all that. And then I was introduced to the community and I was like, oh man, like this is like, and again, like people keep saying it's still early, like it it really is, because none of my friends know shit all about it. I'm sorry, I don't know if
Yeah.
people swear on here.
No, you're good.
Oh, you
You're
can
good, bro.
swear all the time. I swear too much on this show.
Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect.
You are good. No, that's what's up,
Yeah.
man. The trying to see here with the what. Shoot, I'll ask you just a regular question. What do you have a favorite beer yourself, or what is your go to when you're out? Because I mean, all the
Yeah,
beers.
I'm for a long time I was like a big like sour beer guy,
All right.
like doing all the sour shit. But now I find that I like, maybe I've fucked up my stomach or something, because like now I get heartburn every time I drink them. So I just like everybody, I still slowly started to move towards the bitter stuff. But I found like my happy place in like a hazy pale ale. A white IPA is probably my favorite. Uh,
Okay.
which a white IPA is like, so basically, if you make like a wheat beer, you'd use like what's called like a wheat beer yeast, and the yeast itself, it doesn't like break down like certain parts of the wheat, and so it ends up kind of leaving this like kind of haze to it.
Okay.
And so what they'll do is they'll brew like a wheat beer, but they'll use like the amount of hops they normally would in an IPA and still use that same yeast, and it'll like it just creates this like magical flavor. Like it's super
Nice.
juicy, super smooth, kind of creamy, because wheat beers are naturally creamy for some reason, and they're also just a little bit more sweet. It just really works, and so that one really gets me.
Hell yeah. What are some of the I guess the future plans like I guess when you mint after stuff like that, like where do you want to see I guess the project go, like what are some visions in that essence of it?
Yeah, so I've talked to a couple people about this. I kind of have like my foot in the door on some breweries. So we've talked about like doing like in IRL like collaborations with breweries. So where I would go and I would brew with them and make a beer with them, and then get our Solana Brewing Company label put on the beers. So it's a way to
Cool.
kind of like collaborate with like breweries and brewers and kind of show people the potential of NFTs and all that, but while also like teaching like I was thinking about like when we're doing some of them, we have someone with a camera and they're kind of following us along and we're making videos about it and kind of teaching people about the brewing process, and then while teaching the breweries about the potentials of NFTs. So there's that. And Yeah, we've talked about like little things. There's legality to it, but like we've talked about like doing like a beer pen pal thing, which is like where you send uh like someone a beer and they send you a beer from their town, and like you kind of
That's
like
pretty cool.
discuss it, which is something that people do in the States. I don't think I can do it, but I'd love to get them doing it in the States
Mhm.
and where it's allowed. I just know that like if I try to mail beer across the street, like across the border, they're gonna
Customs
cuff
and
me.
everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, what the
yeah.
heck? What is this? Like, it's just a beer. It's just
Yeah,
beer.
someone was like, "Send your beer," and I was like, I'm pretty sure I would get arrested if I sent like unlabeled bottle of beer to the States." But
Yeah.
I would love to though.
That'd be hilarious. I mean, that'd be something like in the future wise. Like, cause maybe me. Can we talk here? Maybe everybody's always thinking of like utility stuff like that on just NFTs and stuff like that. But that would be honestly cool for like 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 you said. I mean, like the that industry to get into. Because say if it's a
Mhm.
local brewery, something like that, and some people don't know about it. You coming in there, you're making the stuff like that, and then they have your NFT, and it's hey for 2 days out of the week, this month or something, you get free beer. You know what I mean? So one free
Yeah,
beer that brings people into their establishment. So that'd be something cool
yeah,
like that if you have the connections in that way. Because I mean, nothing wrong with like you said, bringing
yeah,
everything together.
yeah. I would love that. Like the idea of like if I were to use some of the money to kind of do like a cross US trip and like meet with brewers across the US, and then like basically have it where like if you live in this town, bring your phone with like your NFT on it and show them that you have it, and they'll give you your first beer free, or they'll give you a
Yeah.
tour of the brewery or something, right? And it kind of gives you a chance to like, I think breweries would be into it because it gives them a chance to kind of get a little more PR, because like typically breweries are all based on word of mouth,
Yeah.
not by social media. And so it like gives them a little online PR and reputation. And then it also gives like people something like legible to like, and something they can use, tangible. That's the word I'm looking for. Something tangible that they can like go not virtually but in real life to a brewery and like use this thing to get something. And it's almost like then it would almost be like buying like a coupon book.
Yeah, for sure.
With it. Yeah, I mean I hadn't even thought about it. That's like a different way to think about it now, but like that type of stuff, I think is cool because I mean, what I know there's I think stuff like the granted Vivi because I know I like with the him they have stuff like you can put on like the table and stuff like that. But that
Mhm.
honestly that would be something that where I'm at least like kind of depending like where it's at like college town stuff like that where it would be super fucking strong.
Yeah.
Granted, again, super things that you got to go down the road, see if it'll actually work. But
Yeah.
with the project you're working on now, people that are listening, and they're interested in beer, into the project you're actually doing on now. Is there any like particular, I guess, like help or what things could help the project in general? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we are looking to actually we're looking for to be honest, we're looking for like a couple moderators on the Discord right now. So we're looking for people that like want to be a part of the community that can help us like kind of moderate, because right now I'm doing all the coding. I'm doing all this Twitter, and I'm like adminning the Discord, and so I could
Fool.
use some help with that. But more so, I if you're interested in beer, you're interested in NFTs, I just want you aboard. Like you don't have to do shit for me. I just want you there
Part of the
talking to us.
community.
Tell us what beer you love. Tell us where you're from. We have people from China, like Hong Kong. We have people from Spain. We have someone from Malaysia that was just in Belgium drinking like classic Belgian beers. Like we have people from the States. We have people from Canada. People from all over. Aussies, Kiwis, everything. And it's been really cool. And we don't even have that big of a Discord, but it's already like all continents. So I'm just like kind of I'm just overwhelmed by that. It's so great.
That's the crazy part too with like just crypto and of course internet, man. You could be talking to anyone
Yeah.
from like around the world, stuff like that. But shoot, I was just thinking because honestly, my beer knowledge, I know it tastes good and everything like that, isn't too well. But I'm
Mhm.
like, that might just be something I need to hop in there and just read everything y'all are talking about because I need to be at the bar, see a hot little chica, talking about, hey, I got this Belgian beer, something like that. I be like, oh, listen. She don't know, but I read this because let's go. Hey, is this so
Mhm.
and so? You know what I mean? So stuff like that, honestly,
Yeah.
the little things make the big picture.
Yeah, I think it
Um,
would be cool to also, yeah, just do like some like did you know type shit in the Discord. Like something that like fun facts, like a weekly thing, like where I like write like a basically a post about like did you know like that this beer originated from here and now it's popular here, blah blah blah,
have the
which I
facts?
think would be
No,
cool, like informational stuff too.
no,
Yeah.
I like. I would learn honestly a lot of stuff because again, I know what is good and what's not good. Um,
Yeah.
with the So I guess with your background, you know the coding and everything is else as well, or like self-taught stuff like that. Because I know you're doing film school stuff like that. Um, did you
Yeah.
always learn that, or how'd you learn that stuff?
Oh God, it's been a nightmare, but I finally made it through it. Actually, shout out to Freedom Fishies. The guy
Okay.
who runs Freedom Fishies, which is an upcoming NFT. Um, his name is Reese, and his Discord is like full of people that came to him from his YouTube videos, and he made YouTube tutorials on how to create a candy machine, how to create an NFT hash lips generator, and how to like make your like how to upload your candy machine to Vercel and all that. I haven't used that part because I have my homie doing the website, but like
Nice.
yeah, so if it weren't for him, like there were some things that I had to troubleshoot myself because like I ran into some issues that like he didn't know the answers to, but like for the most part, if it weren't for him, like I would still be like trying to wrap my brain wow, wrap my brain around it. And yeah, he's been great. So he was a real big help. And I was like DMing him. His whole like Discord is just people asking him for help on their own NFTs, and he's helping everybody. Like it's like he's shown like tremendous like patience and like generosity. So
I think that's one
yeah,
thing with like it seems like all community of Solana in general is just like super helpful and down to help people. They want to see people like actually succeed. So I think that's cool because I'm like you. If I could be the best artist in the world, but you tell me how to set up a metaplex, something else like that, nah, I'm lost. You know what I mean? I'll spend
yeah,
16 hours reading one thing, and I'll be like, okay, the fuck did
Fuck
I just
that.
read? You know
I
what I
hire
mean?
someone to do
yeah.
it. Get Thug to do it.
Yeah,
Thug.
thug, thug.
I got
Man,
someone to do the Discord though, because I could not figure that shit out.
Discord's a cunt too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was
how
too
corny.
confusing. I was just like, this is. I went to Fiverr. I was just like, I'll find someone that'll do the Discord, and then everything else I'll do myself. And that took like a day, and great. Now I don't have to think about it.
For real though, no,
Yeah,
I tear you on that one. That and just like you said, I mean, talking to people and just there's never time to sleep for the most part. It seems like,
yeah,
especially if you're running everything on there. Um,
yeah.
with some, I was trying to say like with the community. I mean, I know they can find you all at you got the Discord now. The Solana Brewing on the Twitter. I guess what are
Mhm.
some points that you would want? I guess I mean people to know kind of just about the project. I mean, we kind of answered them on there, but I was trying to think of anything if I missed honestly in the essence of like where it's where it's going to. Like I know we got
Yeah.
the November point four with the 40 ounce. Um,
Hmm.
I guess where do you? I'm trying to see like where else where else do you see it going on there? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm kind of lost
So,
right now on my words just because it's hot as shit in here.
What my nice co-host Gaddis means to say is, where do you see your NFT project in the next coming months?
There you go.
well, before that, we're we're real close to being done the website. After that, we'll do mint. After mint, we plan like a kind of like a neat airdrop to our first like or to our OG supporters from Discord. Um, we plan to keep uh, a good portion of sales from mint in our treasury. With that, we want to do like whether it's like sweeping the floors of our own NFT, or if it's buying kind of a more like pricey NFT and giving it away to loyal like holders, stuff like that. Like there'll be a lot of holders that like not everyone's lucky and not everyone has a thug bird. So whether that means like maybe we buy a thug bird and give it away to or our holders and stuff like that, we plan on having a great verification in the Discord at that point, so we can kind of like figure out like who's holding, who's not, like, and we're it's not that we still want to do like regular giveaways as well, but we'll have like holder giveaways, community giveaways, really like the whole 9 yards. We want to give away like a ton, and then right now they're voting in the Discord on what charity we want to donate to. So is between two is between the Mac Miller Fund, which goes to like uh, young struggling people who want to like put like they want to help them do art and like music. And then
Nice.
what it's looking like is leaning towards is FAR, which is a Canadian charity, which is Families for Alcoholism Recovery, which I think is also a really great cause. It helps people like families that are dealing with like the repercussions of having a family member who suffers from alcoholism. So we're voting on those, and yeah, I mean, it's really wherever the community wants to take us. Like we wanna like that's kind of like my whole thing is like I just really want like to build this like tight knit group, and so like what they want is kind of like what we can do. Like we're gonna be coming into like a decent amount of uh cash flow. So like if there's things that like they think we can do that are like reasonable and possible, like there's no reason why we shouldn't try it, you know?
Not 100%. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's how I was trying to see because I know it's early. I don't want to like set up questions for filming, like, oh, where are you gonna be? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah, yeah.
that's the stuff I like. The a question because I know a lot of the like NFTs and stuff as well. Do the beers? Do they have like the rarities, things like that, or
Yeah.
I guess
Uh,
how do the rarities work on there?
yeah,
If you
so
can
it'll
if you can
be
let us know.
similar to most. We haven't like gotten a chart up or anything, but there's a, a shitload of attributes. So uh, for attributes, there's the background. It starts at the background, then it goes to the bottle, then it goes to the bottle cap, the label, like the label paper, the bottleneck label paper, the
Okay.
flavor of beer, the brewery, and the type of beer. So
Nice.
with only 4,000, it should like it's obviously with an algorithmic like generation, it's very possible that there could be duplicates, but theoretically, uh, there shouldn't be. And we do want to like that's something like we're talking about now is like trying to figure out like what we want to do about duplicates, whether that means like buying them back and then giving them a different one or burning those ones or something. Um, I'm not sure. Like, I guess my whole thought is like, again, it kind of comes down to like what people want. Like,
Definitely.
um, yeah, because like it's kind of like that's kind of also plays into the whole like, um, you're across the bar from me and you're drinking the same beer as me. You're kind of now you have something to talk about. So I don't like really have a huge issue with duplicates, but I do know it's like a source of contention amongst the community. So I also don't want to like feed that. So whether it means like yeah, burning them or buying them back, that's definitely in the books for sure.
Nice. Um,
Yeah.
we're getting closer to the time, but I was late, so of course, I won't cut us off right there. A question I
Yeah.
asked a lot to the honestly all the projects on here. Um, what were some of the hiccups that you have had? You know what I mean? And what are some of the ways that you've overcame them so far?
Um, I think the biggest hiccup was just like I just I I just kept like as I'm doing the coding, it's like every day I'd like come into it and I'd run into a problem and I would like kind of just set it down and be like I'll get to this tomorrow, and then I'd come back and I'd fix it, and then within like 5 minutes it's like now I'm behind another wall. So that was like a big thing. Um, we ended up getting help with the funding of the AR Weave upload. Um, so that was a great help, and that was dizzy as well. I did sell a few NFTs to get liquidity, but if it weren't for him, there's again, I mean, I wouldn't even be getting NFTs in the first place. But if it weren't for him, like, there's no way we'd be able to do this. Um, I do work like I work like 9 to 5 too, so like I was like really trying to like put all my time and energy into it. But then by the time Monday came, it's like now I gotta go to work, and I'm like trying to sneak out early because I'm working construction, so like uh, I'll just like I'll just like dodge out once in a while and just get home. get on my laptop and
Get
get
to
to
work.
code and throw like get a couple beers down and really get into it. But other than that, like I haven't really had like a ton of roadblocks. Like the
Nice.
community has been so helpful, like in helping me like figure things out. Um, when it came to funding, I had help, and honestly, I've just been like super lucky through the whole process. Yeah,
Hell yeah. That's I kind of said it before. That's the thing. I truly like about. I mean, well, I'll say Thug Bears because I'm a part of it, but like the Solana community, even beforehand, people are always down to help. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, so, and then I give you props for getting into the coding stuff and stuff like that because that's something I wish I would say I would do, but I'd probably be like you in the essence of that first mess up. I'm like, okay, I'll come back to it. Okay, okay, screw this. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that due diligence right there, let alone is 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 fucking huge. Honestly, in my essence of it,
yeah,
because I could do something I want to do, but that coding stuff, that's I would have what you're
yeah.
doing on Fiverr, everything like that. You know what I mean? But
I know that like I've always been like kind of like a hands-on learner. Like textbooks don't do it for me. Um, and I not like I like to be good at things, and once I'm good at them, then maybe I'll drop them. But I'm not gonna stop halfway. So like I just like there was no way I wasn't gonna figure it out. I just like it was kind of a question of like how long is it gonna take me? Is there gonna be like 5 beer NFTs by the time I'm done? And like stuff like that. Um, but like yeah, it was just like even beer like I didn't have a brewery job when I started brewing. I just bought like a 1 gallon like glass jug and a book, and like it was a picture book though, so that helped. And it told me everything I needed, and I followed the directions, and that's how I made my first beer, and that's kind of like how I do everything. All my books that are on my shelf are all just like DIY books. They're not
nice.
like I don't have any like thick like novels or anything. It's all just like books on like how to do this and how to do that. So like I'm just kind of like I like to learn things and I like to be self-sufficient. So it was like a really frustrating, and like there were points where like I was like messaging my brother and being like, "Fuck, I don't think I can do this." Like I'm just stressed, and like we were going through some like tough things at home with my cat, and like where I was just like, I don't know if I can deal with this extra stress right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like in the end, like I just like I would really like hate it if I didn't really put my all into something, and or if I put my all into something and I didn't like follow through. I would
Word.
really like I would feel really guilty. So I'm just really happy to like be on the latter half of the project, and to just keep pushing and to keep like spreading the word and meeting new people, and yeah.
Hell yeah, man. With the, I mean, we're getting honestly closer to time on that one. I would say, unless money, you had a question on that one. I would say, honestly, let people know where they can find you out again if they wanted to know more information on the Solana Brewing, if they want to help out, or if they just want to know more beer facts. Honestly, where can people find you at?
Yeah. So you can find me at Solana Brewing, at Jobinism, which is my like main Thugbird account. And on the at Solana Brewing, you can find the Discord. We've done a couple giveaways on the Twitter. We're gonna start doing giveaways to the Discord members now. So if you get in there, that's where you'll find the latest giveaways. Um, and yeah, you guys have kind of given me a lot to think about. I think I will start doing like kind of like weekly information sessions on like different beers and stuff like that. Like stuff to keep people engaged, kind of teach people about beer and stuff like that. Like yeah, so at Solana Brewing, soon to be solanabrewing.co, and yeah,
Nice. Hell yeah, man.
yeah,
I think on that note, we're gonna go ahead and end it. So honestly, man, once again, thank you for coming out and
yeah.
taking some
Thank
time
you
out of
for having
your,
me.
I mean, day. And sorry for being late.
Yeah.
My bad on that one.
No, no,
Um,
no. I'm happy that
Oh,
that that
gas.
that
Well,
he got to. Yeah, I'm just happy that that he got as much time as possible. I mean, you're giving guy you're giving people a platform, And I think that I think it's really cool what you're doing. So like the fact that like you're letting people talk and get their shit out, like, yeah, no, don't apologize for anything.
No, I appreciate that, and I'm sure Money says the same thing. We appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
On that note, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and mute. I'm gonna end the stream. But once again, if you're not already, go ahead, follow at Solana Brewing. Do yourself a favor, hop on the Discord, say what's up in the chat, and show some love. Till next time, y'all. Stay fresh, stay clean, stay positive, stay pimping, and stay awesome, y'all. Mahalo, mahalo. Caw-caw!